All right, we're in round 2. We're on the draw. Am I going to keep this hand on the draw? We have a 2-drop. Yeah, I guess we'll keep it. If we don't draw lands, we can block for a little while with Medic, maybe gain some life. If we do... all right. Well, Stonehaven Medic looks particularly good here. Wavewing Elemental, I think, is legitimately the worst thing we could have drawn, since it's both the color we don't have and the actual most expensive thing in our deck. Alright, still missing a land, which is getting worrisome, but we have one more turn to not miss a land. Alright. Alright, missed the land again, so pretty harsh. No doubt, pretty harsh. Did have we saw 3 draws? Saw 3 draws. Now the drone's quite good. Getting pretty desperate here. Pretty desperate. Alright. Pretty punished. Pretty punished by the deck here. Guess we'll discard the most expensive thing. Yeah, it's pretty worrisome. If he attacks with a drone, we're going to trade for sure. Alright, land please. Alright. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure why this is happening, but I don't like it. I really don't like it. So what's the discard now? Thinking Raptor, but Raptor could be useful later. Maybe Negator. Maybe Clutch. Yeah, we'll discard Clutch. I don't have a blue mana, and I certainly don't have a land I can use for that. So I guess we're going to try and reproach the Channeler. That's not a big deal. I don't think that was a good play. Okay. Still pretty desperate here. So now I guess we don't get to use the medic, but that's not a big deal. Got a land. Of course not the one I wanted, but can't get everything you want. So I could take up to 6. Could take 9 if he has removal for medic, but I feel like if he had a removal for medic, he would have used it. I think we're just going to take the Lantern. The hope is that we draw a blue mana so we can play the Cyclone Sire. And yes, I understand we're taking a lot of damage. That's just the way this is going to go down, I think. So I think we're going to chump block the channeler here, because we do actually need to protect ourselves, and pretty desperate for blue. Alright, we can at least play this Sire now, which is actually decent, because if he kills it, I still get a 3-3. Guess the harsh part is he still gets to attack with pretty much everything. Guess I could have... Yeah, I guess it would have been smarter to coils the channeler, or coils the 3-5 and then reproach the... Well, that's not true either, though, because then I don't know what I would have done about the Nettle Drone. It's a holdout settlement. You go to 4, he attacks us down to 2. I guess we're just going to die. Yeah. Alright. I think we're just dead. At this point, I kind of have to reproach the skimmer. We still die, though, unless I can answer the drone. Which means I have to chump block the... I think we're just dead. Can't do anything. I don't know why he would only attack it. Yeah, it makes way more sense. Alright, so now we legitimately are dead. Because block here, kill this, I still take 4. Alright. So, got mana screwed again. It's pretty demoralizing losing 3 in a row, and I know people are still going to be results-oriented thinking, which is frustrating, because I'm not going to like to read those comments, but people are, I just know for a fact people are going to be results-oriented thinking on that one. So I could bring in Searing Light, which does actually kill some pretty important things in this matchup that we saw. It kills the Reaver Drone, but more importantly, it kills the Silent Skimmer for 1 mana, which I like. So let's do that. I think Scythe Master once again is less good. Containment Membrane. I could bring that in again. I guess Sweep Away is a little bit less good with Nettle Drone, because then he can draw it and still deal some extra punishing damage to us. Yeah, I think we're bringing in the Membrane for the Nettle Drone. Well, that doesn't work either, actually, because he can still untap it with colorless spells. I mean, it basically does turn Nettle Drone off unless he has a colorless spell, which I guess is okay. It means the only way to deal damage to us is with colorless spells rather than just repeatable damage every turn. It's probably still better than double Sweep Away. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, we'll keep it. We're getting pretty bad distributions of spells and lands. As you can tell, there's actually right now even another one. I think there's 12 cards in our deck that are 3 mana and less, and we still managed to end up with a hand that was 1 3-drop and 3 5-drop. So overall I'm really unhappy with the distribution of spells and lands that we've gotten. so far. It's definitely frustrating. Okay, so guess we can go Sky Climber and take a little more damage from the Reaver drone. All right. 2 cards left in our opponent's hand. Definitely makes the sweep away better. All right, well, I guess now we don't have to. Although, wouldn't mind him drawing another Reaver drone. Oh, well, now I'm going to sweep away the Reaver drone. Seems way better. Cause all right. All right. Not thrilled about it, but guess I don't want to use an isolation zone on it. And our opponent does only have 1 card left, so. Really just need a land here. Guess if he wants to use the tar thing on it, that's okay too. Wait, that wouldn't work. So I don't know what he wants to play, but I don't really care either way, I guess. Oh, complete disregarding your own guy so you don't take 1 damage every turn. Yeah. Yes, sir, I'm very happy with that. You guys do realize I have 19. I actually have 19 sources of lands in my deck. I know you're thinking how, but I have 17 lands plus 2 ramp spells. It's close to half my deck is lands. So that's the main reason I'm kind of getting mind blown here. Did I forget to use stun? Or no, I attacked with medic, which is definitely better. So we'll play the Sire now. I could have played the Windrider Patrol, but I kind of want to keep the Vestige at bay or make him use a combat trick to kill Cyclone Sire, and then I guess get a 3/3 creature, which is also fine. No attacks. All right. Well, now we can play the Raptor. And what this does is lets us buff our team and get in, which is very good. All right. Opponent decided he had enough. I definitely don't want to lose against this deck because it just feels like something we should be able to beat. Searing Light definitely looks great here. Sweepaway played well for us, but do I want to cut a Raptor? Just based on the fact that, wait a second, I saw three of my 4 5-drops that game in my opening hand. We definitely should not, lands really should not be an issue. I know that's crazy because we honest to God have had 4 games in a row now where mana was an issue. And I just know the temptation to say it. I know I'm going to read it. 18 lands, 18 lands. I'm just waiting for it. But our curve is really not bad. And like I said, we have 19 sources of lands. I don't think people are really appreciating that fact. There's 19 ways to get lands in this deck, to get mana, which is a lot. It's close to half the deck is ways to get lands. And the rest, more than half of the deck is 3 mana or less. Yeah. I'm not gonna worry about playing an 18th land. If we had a way to generate card advantage, which we don't, by the way, if we did, I'd be more on board with playing 18 lands, but as it is, we don't. All right. Another awkward hand, but we're going to keep it. Oh, opponent mulling to 5, I guess, helps. He's just mulling until he sees a Reaver Drone, I guess. All right. Well, that does, in fact, help. Isolation Zone that I cannot play. All right. I'm going to coils that. Even though I can play Great Horn next turn, damage matters, and I've got better things coming up here. All right. Well, Tightening Coils doesn't do too much to that anyway, so that's not a big deal. Wouldn't mind a white mana. There we go. Let's just play the 2 cards left in my opponent's hand. I do actually want to get some creatures online for the Raptor. I think we're going to play the Negator here. We're going to, even though life matters, I might need Isolation Zone for something big. All right, let's play the Sire here. I guess I should have done that post-combat. So I could have left it back to double block the Silent Skimmer, but just don't think it's necessary. This last card, Complete Disregard. No, just scrying. Put a card on top, so opponent found something that is beneficial for them here. All right, it's actually good news for us. Makes me more thankful for saving the Isolation Zone. Oh, I guess I could Tightening Coils it too. So I have 6 mana. Which means... Yeah, I can Coils plus Great Horn, which I guess is technically better. Yeah, let's do that. So if I attack with both, he blocks Sire, he takes 2. He can crack back with Skimmer, but then he takes too much damage, I think. So we're just going to swing. Especially given that next turn we have Raptor plus make Great Horn fly. So we can upkeep Scry. Let's see if he does it. Nope, went past the upkeep. Visions of Brutality, which is, well, it's not irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. But I can also Isolation Zone it. So I think I'm just going to do that and then swing at my opponent for just a quintillion amount of damage. And really punish that Silent Skimmer attack. Even a land draw would be good. Yeah, that's nasty. So we can get in for 5, 7, or wait, 7, 9 damage. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. We can also just play Raptor here. Get in with Negator and Great Horn. I think we'll do that. We can get in with the Sire too, I guess. We're still just not at enough risk of dying here. I mean, I take what? I lose 3 life. So then he can deal another. Yeah, he doesn't have enough to kill us. There's probably some rare I might be missing out on, but I think we just get in for an absurd amount of damage here. Oops. All right. Opponent scries and then decides to concede, which actually doesn't make sense, because if it's not a card you want to scry to the top, then you should just bottom it. But if you don't have a way out, I guess you don't have a way out. So, ended up winning. This game we didn't have game 1, match 1, no mana troubles, Annihilation. Match 2, game 3, no mana problems, Annihilation. I'm seeing a trend here. When we see lands, we annihilate. And when we don't see lands, we lose. Very interesting. All right. We'll see you in round 3.